Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain. Allahumma iftah alaina hikmataka wa anshur alaina min hadaini rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Rabbana hab lana min azwajina wa dhurriyyatina qurrata a'yun waj'alna lil muttaqina imama. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina adzabannar wa qina adzabannar wa qina adzabannar. Wassallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wasallam walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Amin, 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 ya rabbal alamin. Okay, before we get started, I would like to go over the tentative for today's event. Okay, inshallah, we will start with the montage of IIUM Micro-credential at 10. Then the first sharing session with Prof. Dr. Abdul Karim Alias at 10 a.m. Then we continue to the second sharing session with Dr. Intan Idiana Hassan at 10:50 a.m. Next, we will have the question and answer session, and inshallah, we will finish by 1 a.m. 1 noon. Okay, it is a great pleasure for me to introduce our first speaker, Professor Dr. Abdul Karim Alias. Okay, no, we will go to the montage first. Okay, Dr. Huda.
We can't hear you, Dr. Siti.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prof. Huda, for the montage presentation. Okay, I believe that all of us are still at the beginning or initial phase of the micro-credential development. Okay, today we will have a sharing session with our speaker, and hope that at the end of this session, all of us can be more knowledgeable about the micro-credential development. Okay. Now it is a great pleasure for me to introduce our first speaker, Professor Dr. Abdul Karim Alias, who will share about the answer to why we should develop the micro-credential module. Before that, I would like to share a little bit about Prof. Abdul Karim's background. He is currently Professor of Food Technology at the School of Industrial Technology, University of Science Malaysia, and holds the position of Director of the Center of Development of Academic Excellence. He has been teaching at USM for over 26 years. As for October 2020, his teaching videos on YouTube channels has received more than 800,000 views from more than 190 countries. with a total of more than 4,900 subscribers. Okay. Without further ado, I call upon Prof. Abdul Karim to deliver his talk.
Terima kasih Dr. Siti Zuhaida ya. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dan selamat sejahtera to all my dear colleagues from IIUM. Thank you very much to the organizer for having us, myself and also Dr. Intan, to share with you on the topic of micro-credential. I believe many of you are already doing something on micro-credential because I think from the montage just now, probably many of you have already some knowledge about what is micro-credential at least. So basically today, I think the program, I will start off by sharing with you and give you an overview about micro-credential and basically the what and why, and I will give more time to my colleague Dr. Intan because she'll be sharing more on the practical side from the people on the ground who have done it. And I would say hopefully starting this 2022, which will start tomorrow, I guess, yeah. We hope that the nursing program led by Dr. Intan will become a showcase and the first success story of micro-credential for USM, and many more to come. So I think it's good to listen more from Dr. Intan, how they managed to do it. And I must say that I'm very impressed with my colleagues in School of Health Sciences in Kelantan, campus kesihatan there, led by Dr. Intan, who have delivered perhaps the first micro-credential that rolled out from over 400 micro-credential modules that is currently being developed. Yeah. Okay, let me share the screen. I'll be sharing the link to download the PowerPoint, but the link that I will share, that I'll be sharing later, contain more than 100 slides. This is a shorter version of it. Okay, so you will have more slides in the when you download it. So basically, on my part, I will focus more on the what and why of micro-credential program, because I think this is very critical to start. Before we embark on anything new, we must have a clear why, the big why behind it, because everything must be driven by a proper understanding of why we are doing it. We don't want to just follow the crowd because everyone is doing micro-credential, everyone is talking about micro-credential, and you know, we are worried they will be left behind just because of that, because we don't want to be left behind. But the real reason behind it must be related to what are the strategic direction and strategic intent that the institution, in this case IIUM, intend to achieve in the short term, mid term, and also the long term. Okay. So hopefully by the end of this session, the group here and IIUM in general will be able to establish a clear strategic intent. Maybe not at the end of the session, but moving forward, maybe that's the first thing that you have to do. Get together, do a brainstorming, and establish a clear strategic intent, the big why you want to do and embark on micro-credential, and have a proper roadmaps. I would say the roadmap for 3 years, and you can divide that into phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3, immediate term, short, medium term, and also long term. So this roadmap will guide you to move forward and progress. Yeah, make a clear progress, substantial progress from time to time. And then more importantly, everyone embarking on micro-credential should have a very clear understanding. Must be able to conceptualize the design process of creating a micro-credential program. This must be approached by design rather than by chance, and by a proper understanding of everyone involved in the program, right from the program coordinator or administrator, right down to the course developer or module developer, and also even the technical people involved. And then maybe through a proper training, you should be able also to design the structure of the whole program appropriate for micro-credential delivery, especially if you are designing a micro-credential program based on the accredited academic program. So if you are starting on micro-credential from the accredited academic program, it will be more challenging, of course. The learning curve will be very steep, and there'll be a lot of work, because the micro-credential program, there is like we can say another version of the face-to-face conventional program, must comply 100% to the accreditation requirement. So the program outcome, the learning outcome, the student learning time, everything must be total compliance. So the reason, because we want to make sure that although micro-credential program is delivered mainly as online program, but the quality is not questionable. The quality of the program outcome, everything is not questionable, is not inferior, but is at par with the conventional program, and it can be even better. It can be even better. So, my dear colleagues, I think all of us are still struggling now. The pandemic doesn't seem to go away that soon. Now we have Omicron and everything. The conversation is still very much around vaccine, booster, everything. So I think probably we are getting tired also. But life has to move on. In terms of teaching and learning, have to move on. So we have to adapt to the new so-called new normal or new environment. And it's almost 2 years now, and I'm sure everyone here will probably remember and can recall March 18 to 2020, where we have to everyone have to shift online, bring everything into online. So for some people, it's quite a struggle for them. Some people are really struggling. Some people just take it, on their stride, so to speak. Like myself, I don't have any much problem because I've been doing it for a long time. So, MOOC, probably many of you know about MOOC. It basically is a massive open online courses which have been around now almost 10 years. So, and we have national MOOC as well. For those who have been involved in MOOC or some form of online learning, online education, probably you will find it quite easy to adapt to the online environment. So MOOC at that time, or actually step in and save the day, so to speak, in terms of providing content for the students. Yeah. So many people say, especially the strong advocate of online learning, they feel that the pandemic is really a blessing in disguise, because it's really accelerate people to see the value and the power of online learning. Before this, a lot of people are still not paying much attention. Some even very ignorant, because for them ignorance is a bliss. Okay, but then the point when the online learning become more valued is during the pandemic, early days of the pandemic. So as millions suddenly found themselves with free time on their hands during the pandemic, many turned to online courses. Of all the learners that ever registered on MOOC platform, 1/3 did so in 2020. So that is really the point, the inflection point where there's the number of people embarking into online learning increased exponentially. So making 2020 most consequential year since 2012. Yeah, 2012 is the year where it was hailed as the year of MOOC, and 2020 is the year of we say that everyone is getting into online and start to realize the power of online education. And as of now, as of November 2020, when I captured this one, I think there's a lot. Sorry, there's a long, this old screenshot. I think there must be more now, but roughly we have about, in terms of micro-credential, we have about 1,000 something already, 1,000 plus micro-credential, and almost 1,000 universities, mainly from US, now is offering some form of online education in the form of MOOC and now micro-credential. And there's also MOOC, so-called MOOC-based degrees. But moving forward, micro-credential, I think is a new kid on the block that we will see now more and more degrees will be offered also in the micro-credential format or micro-credential form. So we have come a long way. We have come a long way, and if you see this chart, from 1998, where kind of we started e-learning, basic e-learning 1.0, then moving to blended learning, OER, open educational resources, championed by UNESCO. And if you don't know what is OER, maybe you want to read more, because this is one of the initiative under UNESCO SDG 4, Sustainable Development Goal 4, which champion the quality inclusive education. And everyone, in fact, our YB Minister of Higher Education, I think 2 months ago, has announced that the Ministry of Higher Education is promoting and supporting OER and encourage all our academic staff to produce OER, open educational resources, but I'm not going to talk about this. And MOOC in 2012, 2014, and now we are talking about micro-credential. And I am very lucky, I consider myself very lucky, because I put myself on this chart right from the beginning, right from the very beginning. I think even earlier than 1998, 10 years earlier than that. I started in 1988 when I did my master's. During that time, e-learning, email, the early days of email, when it was introduced, I was there. So I was on this path all along. And I must say that this is something that I would consider myself lucky, because now, having gone through all this long journey, now I appreciate all the knowledge and skill that I have acquired and now sharing with all the academic in Malaysia. And if we are talking about why of doing micro-credential, remember when we are embarking on any online learning initiative or digital learning, like MOOC and micro-credential and OER, we are actually helping and participating and supporting our Malaysia education blueprint, because it's ship number 9, globalized online learning. And if you read this document, there are a few initiatives, several initiatives in ship number 9, globalized online learning. MOOC was mentioned, and I, together with my colleague, we wrote this chapter 9. Chapter 9 was written by mainly two two people, myself and my arwah sahabat karib yang telah meninggal dunia. We wrote this chapter basically. But at that time, a micro-credential is not in the conversation yet. So you don't see micro-credential there, but you will see MOOC, OER. But of course, micro-credential came later, and we can say that micro-credential should be part and parcel of this globalized online learning. So remember, if you are doing micro-credential now, you are basically supporting the national agenda. Not only the institutional agenda, but also the national agenda, as well as the world agenda, the UNESCO agenda, SDG 4, which basically to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. Ask ourselves, don't we want to be part and parcel of people that support the national agenda and world international agenda of education? So if you are doing MOOC, if you are doing micro-credential, there are a lot of good things there, but one thing that you can say or you can claim that I am supporting the national agenda as well as the SDG agenda, SDG 4 especially. We are also supporting in our national blueprint. We are, apart from shift number 9, we are also supporting shift number 3, nation of lifelong learners. So when you offer your course online in the micro-credential format or in MOOC format or in OER format, you are basically offering your content to the world, your digital content in many platforms, on YouTube, on your micro-credential platform. So, and you make it available. You are widening access to people around the world. So learning for all, education for all, as championed by United Nations and UNESCO. So I'm sure now is a time for us. I always say that it's time for everyone here. Don't just stay in the confine of your classroom. Don't just stay in your own secret garden. Your secret garden is actually your classroom, basically. So step out from your classroom and offer your knowledge to the world, to the people, to the public at large. So that's the big why. Yeah, so that's the big why. So I believe a digital credential is the next game changer in higher education. If people ask me, what is the disruptive innovation in education, in higher education especially? If you have read a book by Professor Clayton Christensen, Innovator's Dilemma, this become a classic book now. If you have not read the book, I would strongly recommend you to read the book. But Professor Clay Christensen from Harvard, he already passed away, I think 2 years ago. But in his book, he talked about disruptive innovation in the context of business. But in the context of higher education, disruptive innovation as defined by him is not, there are not many examples. And one example that I can think of that truly fulfill the definition of disruptive innovation is micro-credential. Of course, I don't have time to really elaborate the definition of disruptive innovation here. You can read about it, but trust me, there are not many innovation in education. There are not many education in higher education that is truly disruptive. And one example that I can find now is micro-credential. So if every one of us embarking on micro-credential, you become a disruptive innovator. Okay. So again, the big why. Why do we want to embark on micro-credential? So this is a big why. And this because the benefits of doing this it actually transcends across different levels, from the individual to the faculty, to the institution, to the nation, to the world, to the organization. So this is where we can, in order for us to decide, micro-credential program can be used to address the skill gap. Yeah, it can provide rapid insight into ongoing professional development. So as we can see what kind of skill gap is there, then we can develop the program, because it's a modular format. Micro-credential is based on a small modular program, so we can develop a small module very fast compared to developing the whole course, like 14 weeks course. So we can develop like a 5 hours module, 5 modules, 1 hour each. So all like 5 hours, and at the end we can get 1 certificate and 5 module with 5 digital badges. Okay? Build a culture of continuous learning. So this to support the lifelong learning program. Become inspired to seek new skill, because people always want to get new skill for upskilling and or maybe even for reskilling. So when we offer this standalone micro-credential program that of value, that have great demand, that can fill up the skill gap, of course, it will be very useful for them. Boost engagement and productivity, and take accreditation anywhere. So at the institution level, especially those who are leading and coordinating the micro-credential program, I think it's very important for it's very important actually for the top management to be part of it, not just leave it to the people on the ground. Because if you really if you want to make the micro-credential as an institutional initiative that align with the institutional strategic plan, then the top leaders, I would say from the vice chancellor right down to the dean or the faculty, must be part of this. It cannot just delegate it, or really just leave it to the people on the ground. Okay. So the roadmap, I would advise you have like a 3 years roadmap, and every year for every year you must divide your roadmap into a timeline into 4 quarters: quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, and with a milestone what you want to achieve at each quarter. Then you decide the program. The program here, I would say, you can, for micro-credential program, you can actually have the whole accredited academic program and turn it into micro-credential online program to make it flexible. But I would say to start with, just like what we do in USM, now we have 400 plus module. 90% of it is actually for upskilling. It's non-academic program, not from the academic program but the program that we created as a standalone program, as a certificate program, mainly for professional development or for personal development. And it is not part of the academic program. And that probably better and easier and faster, because we don't, we are not kind of, it's not too rigid, and because we don't have to comply with the MQA requirement and so on, so we can do it faster. Okay, and then you must be also very clear what target groups that you want to offer the micro-credential. And this is very, very important, because micro-credential mainly is developed not for our own student, not meant for our own full-time student, although we can use that. We can use the micro-credential to complement our blended learning and so on. But micro-credential program is mainly to be offered to people outside our academic program, working people mainly, and with the intention to generate income for the university. So when you develop your micro-credential program, you must be very clear who will be interested to enroll in your online micro-credential program. And then we also encourage, when you develop any micro-credential program for outside people for certain target group, identify the partnership, who are the partners that would provide support and also add credibility to your program. For example, in USM, we have, for example, our School of Pharmaceutical Sciences. They offer a CPD program for pharmacists, registered pharmacists. So they work together in collaboration with Malaysian Pharmacist Society, MPS. So under MPS, they have 18,000 registered pharmacists. So with this partnership, we are sure that we have captured the 18,000 minimum of registered pharmacists under MPS that will be taking our micro-credential. Okay, and it's already happening. It's already rolling out, and about 2 months ago. And I'm happy to say that it's now a lot of people are already taking and enrolling pharmacies, enrolling the course. And of course, readiness, of all the people. So the value proposition, whatever program that you decide, whether it's from the academic program or non-academic program, for professional development, for upskilling, reskilling, or for lifelong learning kind of program, you must be very clear. What is a compelling value? What is a great value that you can offer? Okay, and the program can lead to a digital certificate, a certificate program, or at the module level, you can offer a smaller credential in the form of digital badge. In fact, micro-credential is always associated with digital badge. Yeah. So what can you offer? The great value that you can offer to the learners. Of course, challenges are always there. I don't like to talk about challenges, but it's real. So we have to be aware about the challenges. Micro-credential is still barely known, or still a foggy term for some people. There's still some confusion, for example, between MOOC and micro-credential. So the program that we have today is one of the efforts for us to make people understand first. What is micro-credential and why do we want to do micro-credential? And I hope at the end of the session it will become clearer. The fog is disappearing and the term become clearer to you. Another challenge is people say they want to do micro-credential, but they are not very clear of what they want to achieve. I mentioned this much earlier. It must come from the institution, driven by the top level in the university. In USM, we are doing it as a top-down. Yeah. So lack of strategic direction, the big picture, and to get the buy-in. So at the institution level, it must be very clear. Even at the faculty level, you must be also clear of what exactly you want to achieve from this program. Otherwise, we'll be wasting time. And then we have to get the people in the right mindset, especially those who become the course developers or micro-credential developers. And they must have the right skill set. So this is where the training comes in, and the right tool set. So a lot of time will be spent on content design and delivery. So Dr. Inta will be sharing more on this aspect. And another challenge is a technical-based program that requires hands-on, that requires lab. Yeah. So for this type of program, maybe micro-credential is not suitable, especially if you want to deliver as full online program. But still possible if you can do it as a hybrid or blended mode, where the knowledge, the theory part can be delivered as an online micro-credential, whereas the practical part, the laboratory, practical experiment and so on can be done as face-to-face program. And then, of course, another challenge to create a seamless credit transfer, but there is not to worry much, because we already have the FLC, FLA, FLQ, and all, the MQA is there to facilitate. And recognition by stakeholders. For example, maybe Dr. Intan can share, the nursing program. So recognition by stakeholders, in this case, maybe we want the Institute Jururawat Malaysia, the nursing board, to recognize. The pharmacy one, so we are lucky to get Malaysian Pharmacy Society on board to recognize, and therefore the program can roll out very quickly. Okay. How much time? I think another 5 minutes or 10 minutes. 5 minutes more. Betul lah, Dr. Intan, according to the program?
1 hour, Prof. Until 11. Is it? Right.
Betul?
Yeah,
Oh.
betul, Prof.
I think I try to make it shorter because I want to give more time to you. All right. So micro-credential in a nutshell, I think I will go through this very quickly. Senang cakap macam ni lah. I mean, when we talk about micro-credential, the why there, the why behind it, we want to make it more flexible. We can offer the program in a more flexible manner. We want to widen the accessibility, and we want to make it more affordable for people to enroll, to buy, because they will pay per module, like 50 ringgit, 100 ringgit, and provide more option for working people out there, macam nurses, pharmacists, and so on. They want to get new skill, new knowledge, and yet they don't have time to attend a full-time face-to-face program. So we can offer this in a modular format, in the form of online program. So it's about flexibility, accessibility, affordability, and giving them more options. So to make it easy for us to understand, many years ago, if you like the song, you have to buy the whole album. In the whole album, probably there are 10 or 12 songs. So you have to pay the whole album, meaning that you are paying for the 12 songs in the album, but actually you only like 1 or 2 songs only. So why can't we pay only the song that we like, rather than paying for all the songs for the whole album? That is a concept of unbundling. If you're talking about our academic program 4-year, we can unbundle the 4-year program, and we can offer the content, the courses in the form of small module, which people can take, as they can take the module, can take the whole course, even, or they can take the whole program. It depends on what they really want. So that is when the Steve Jobs, the very clever mind, offer so-called iTunes, and there will come the iPod and so on, where people now can create their own playlist of song in their iPod and iPad. The same concept for micro-credential. The whole thing about micro-credential, the bottom line is we want to provide learning on demand. So you just take the module that you want to learn, and the rest of it you can just ignore it, because you just want to learn something at a particular time. So you just take that module and pay for it, and you can learn your own, at your own pace, at your own time. So that's learning on demand, very flexible. That's the main thing about micro-credential, flexibility. And we use a concept of competency-based. We want the students to demonstrate the evidence of they have learned a certain skill or knowledge in that particular module. So this is what we call mastery learning. Only then they will get the digital badge or the certificate. And the concept of micro means, we deliver the content of the course in the form of small chunk. We call it bite size. So this concept of micro learning in small chunk, which goes well with the way people nowadays, because of concentration, the focus is very short, only a few minutes or a few seconds, 8 seconds maybe. So it's good to deliver content in a small form. So that's why now we like to watch a video only 1 minute or 3 minutes, and we learn something useful there. And design your own path. Micro-credential is about providing personalized learning. Students have total control. They take charge of their own learning. They can choose whatever they want to learn. They will pay for it. They will enroll, and they will learn at their own time. So they have the ability to design their own path, personalize their own learning. At the end, they will get some form of recognition. Even taking like 1 hour module, learn one particular skill, they can still get a recognition in the form of digital badge. And then if they are interested to take full qualification, let's say, a certificate might contain 10 modules. So they will take the 10 modules at their own time. When they have completed the 10 modules, they can bundle or stack them together to get a full qualification. That's basically, in a nutshell, what is micro-credential. So it's a modular. You can read, I will give you all the slide later on. Yeah, it's a modular, provide flexible pathway, learning on demand, competency-based, and micro-credential. And there's some explanation here that you can read. So who? The target group, remember I mentioned it's very important for you to decide who are the target groups, or who is the target group for your micro-credential. This one has to be very clear, because if the target group is not very clear, then you cannot sell your micro-credential program. Nobody will take or enroll in the program. Yeah. So there are 4 groups here: school leavers pursuing formal qualification, people require upskilling, like the nurses, like the pharmacists, like the doctors, the engineers. They need to learn a new skill every year for them to continue practice and to become more professional and competent. People require reskilling, meaning that let's say they have been retrenched by a company, then they get a new job, but that new job require new skills, so they can use micro-credential program for reskilling. And of course, for anyone, this is to support shift number 3, nation of lifelong learning in our blueprint, lifelong and life-wide learners. So micro-credential is a personalized learning, provide learners the opportunity to learn in ways that suit their individual learning preference and also multiple intelligences. So we can create our own learning playlist. Yeah. If you, I'm sure if you have a YouTube channel, you can create your own YouTube playlist. Spotify, you can create your own music playlist. But now with micro-credential, we can create, anyone can create their own learning playlist. So there are many platforms like Udemy. Yeah. So I can skip this one. So think of micro-credential as micro-certification, and you can develop micro-credential for knowledge-based program, any kind of module that you want to teach knowledge, facts, information. Or more of micro-credential nowadays is actually skill-based. How to do something. Okay, one module, 2 hours. How to do something, how to use this, how to build something. So these are the type of very useful skill-based micro-credential that you can develop. You can teach skill, yeah, and or you can teach knowledge as well. Okay, so it's based on micro-credential, micro-learning. So this example of online learning, online module that you can find. They are usually standalone, freestanding, but for example, in this case, 2 hours, 3 hours, 14 lesson. So it's substantive in terms of the material, is quite substantial, and at the end, it will offer great value. Very focused, the module usually is very focused on teaching us one skill or one piece of knowledge, and usually between 1 to 4 hours per module. Okay, so you can see a lot of example out there in different platforms. This one is Domestika. This one is Skillshare. You can see here each module is very, very short. So this is what micro means. Yeah? Micro means the content is delivered in bite-sized small module, short duration, and credential means at the end, upon completion, you will get a digital badge or digital certificate as a form of credential, which is a recognition of learning evidence of you have acquired certain skill or certain knowledge. Okay, and this example of how it looks like. This one is only video based. This is my course here, DIY rapid creation of video montage for everyone, which I offer on this platform called Skillshare, making money for me every month. Okay, and at the end, student will get a digital badge, which is evidence of knowledge, skill, competency, proficiency, and also achievement. And student can display on their dashboard like this. Yeah, this is actually Microsoft digital badges. And employer or people can verify whether this digital badge is fake or authentic by if using a blockchain, yeah, or everything is actually embedded. So I guess this is more on the how-to. I think I will leave this to Dr. Intan. So I just go straight to, okay, yeah. USM, we have launched our micro-credential a few years ago actually, but only in this year we have rolled out in big time, and hopefully next year will be more. Okay, and currently we have 400 plus module, for 140 plus will be completed and 80 plus under QC. And this is what Dr. Intan will be sharing shortly. I'm very, very proud of them. 5 modules roll out. Sasaran target group about 100,000 nurses under KKM and also private hospital. And hopefully today, if we can push for more this module to nurses from other places. And if you go to our micro-credential platform, which I have shared in the chat box, you will see these are example of program currently, we already roll out. For example, immunization for pharmacists here. We have 8 modules, 100 ringgit each. So 800 ringgit for the whole package, 8 modules. But we are offering this in partnership with Malaysian Pharmacy Society. So members of MPS will get 50% discount, 400 ringgit for all the 8 modules. This is a model that we hope that we encourage other universities to have, and other programs also to have. Must have the partnership. Yeah. So we are very proud of this pharmacist group as well. They have launched it, and we have also micro-credential program with industry, our full degree program. I have to cover the name because we have yet to sign the MOA, but hopefully 2020 will see this program to roll out as one of the success story and showcase perhaps the first micro-credential program for full bachelor program, 4-year program with big industry. Yeah. So a micro-credential is good for income generation. You can register for copyright, so you can contribute to the IP, especially for those universities who are always looking for KPI, maybe not for UIA, IIUM. And can be considered if the module can have sale more than 20K, it can be considered as a commercialized product under MIRA, and good for visibility, positioning, and branding for the program as well. You can see some private universities are very aggressive. You go to MMU, for example, they have a micro-credential program for the whole MBA, and this is a very good example of how they structure their MBA program. Consists of 4 subjects into 8 certificates and 25 modules. Yeah, I would encourage you all to have a look at MBA MMU program, the way they design their micro-credential program. There are also micro-bachelor's program offered by US universities and the edX platform. These are some examples of how the program is how the program is structured into certificate and also to the modular into the modules. Yeah. So I guess this I mentioned earlier. So all you will have all the slide and more. So I just want to summarize the 5 key points to take away and 1 CTA. Yeah, what is CTA? Dr. Intan tahu ni CTA. What was CTA, Dr. Intan? You have idea? Any idea? Call to action. So in marketing there is acronym, very famous acronym lah, yeah? CTA, call to action. Okay. So to UIA, IIUM people, I think my message is you have to get the top management at the faculty level and at the university level to be with you together. The strategic direction and the strategic intent must be defined very clearly from the top. So from there, your micro-credential program will be guided by your strategic intent and strategic direction. It should be part and parcel of the strategic plan and the blueprint for the university, for the institution. And I would like to reiterate, you must have a clear roadmap, at least for the next 3 years. You cannot do it as an ad hoc basis because you won't achieve something impactful if you are doing on an ad hoc basis. Be mindful of the critical success factors. I don't actually talk about this much, but there are some critical success factors that you need to pay attention to. But yeah, don't be greedy, collaborate. So for example, UIA can collaborate with USM. So this is a call, this is, I would say, our, from USM side, this is our invitation for collaboration, especially for the health sciences group. I think because of the health sciences group in USM, I think they are more aggressive compared to the other program in USM. So therefore, I think with UIA together, we can do more. We can synergize. So I leave it to Dr. Intan and the health group from UIA to sit down together, find the common ground, and find the program that we can work together and leverage on the collaboration, leverage on the expertise that we have in both institutions. I always believe that, just like the African proverb, African proverb says, if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. And I really believe and hold on to that very, very strongly, personally. And if you decide to embark on to develop micro-credential on the accredited academic program, I must caution, I must say that is more challenging, in fact, very challenging, as our School of Management, who is now working on unbundling the whole 4-year Bachelor of Management program for the industry, working with the industry. They are still struggling with a lot of issues. The details part, yes, it's very challenging, but don't give up. Don't give up, keep it up. Okay, unbundle creatively, stay strong, be to the mission. And of course, micro-credential is the low-hanging fruits. If you are slow, then people will grab it, will grab all the low-hanging fruits, and you are left with nothing. Especially when it comes to partnership. So while the partners are still there, so why not identify the program, identify the partner, talk to them, and get them on board to give credibility for the program. So I would say that this will leverage on that, leverage on the branding of the partner, leverage on the branding of the university. Together, you can make your micro-credential program to move fast and to capture more people to take up. So with that, thank you very much. You can download the whole presentation here. I'm not sure this is the right link because I've changed it. I hope the right one. Where you'll get 100 plus slide more than what I have shared here, so that you can read and understand more. Yeah. Right. So with that, thank you very much. I pass over to Dr. Siti. If we have any questions later on, we can address together with Dr. Intan. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, Alhamdulillah. Thank you, Prof. Abdul Karim, for a delightful sharing on the tips of preparing the micro-credential module. Inshallah, we will go far together. Don't give up and keep it up. Okay. Okay, now we move to the second sharing session by Assistant Professor Dr. Intan Indiana. She will be sharing with us the development phase of nursing-related micro-credential modules and also all another another micro-credential that IIUM has been preparing. Okay, she is a senior lecturer who currently hold the position of Micro-credential Nursing Coordinator in the School of Health Sciences, University of Science Malaysia. Dr. Intan has made various scholarly contributions, including research articles, research book, and owns several copyrights. Okay, without any delay, I would like to give the floor to Dr. Intan to present her talk.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to all my colleagues in UIA and also my friends from nursing faculty from UIA. Thank you for inviting us. Actually, I am just sharing our nursing micro-credential, and this is not maybe I make the disclaimer that this is just a sharing session, what we have done along the journey, and maybe it is not the best model, but however we can collaborate and we can make it and improve it to the quality of the micro-credential. Okay. Okay, we go for the first topic is develop micro-credential in the team. Okay. Okay. Because it's about teamwork. Okay. Teamwork makes the dream works. Okay. What does it really mean? Okay. The need when you want to for me, okay, as be appointed as a coordinator for the micro-credential nursing. Okay, can MC hear my voice?
Yes, can hear.
Yeah, clear.
Okay, clear. Okay, okay. When I'm been appointed as a micro-credential a coordinator, okay, I'm also search how I can conduct the new term to me, the new skill, and it's all new. And I search how to be and how make a good teamwork. So maybe I can share my experience and my team experience here, and also I take from the reference here from the internet, just search how to be a good team leader, a good teamwork. Okay, so the first part, the need that the team must have is the first part, and I think this is the important part. As Prof. Karim also say that you need to identify your supporter. Okay, the supporter that will motivate you, that will give you a good support. Because as a lecturer, we have another work, we have to achieve a lot of KPI, and this is the something in my experience in my in the previous year we have not the faculty is not acknowledged the micro-credential as one of the KPI maybe, but however now it's different, alhamdulillah. And this is the first thing we need to do, identify the supporter. And alhamdulillah, also we have a great supporter. As Prof. Karim said, it is from the top down. And I would also like to thank you, Prof. Karim, because Prof. Karim will lead this micro-credential, introduce to us. And Prof. Karim is not only our mentor, our coach, our consultant. By doing that, we acknowledge Prof. Karim as our seafood in the micro-credential nursing. Because we need this supporter to motivate us. Okay, because it's for us it's a long journey. Okay, because we are nursing background. Okay, and we need to equip ourselves with all the skill in terms of online teaching. Okay, and the second part, okay, the team needs to have the synergy of idea. Okay, so we need to brainstorm among our colleagues. As we like to, I like to quote the themes and the slogan in the internet that when we are not expert, make sure we are surrounded with the expert people. So in our team, we are lucky because some of our team they are very interested or patient in the IT, so we can focus on their what the strength of our team. Okay, and also we can share the idea, brainstorm within the team, because we are the first team that developed the micro-credential, or we call it as Printis micro-credential. We need a lot of searching, exploring, but of course with the help of our supporter. And not only resolve obstacle, but also improve workflow speed. That for me, teamwork is very great and very helpful in terms of the success of the project. And the next is we need to planning goal and also milestone at the first step. Okay, and as a team leader, we need also to make sure our team explain, I think, reinforce, explain frequently what is our goal, what is to get the mutual understanding within our team. Okay, we need to have the clear goal, the same goal, and everyone should know what the faculty expected from us. Okay. Then diverse expertise. Okay. But we are from the nursing background, so we must know what is our strength and what is our weakness, and we find and we plan for that. The other slide will show you how we plan our model. Okay, and monitor and communicating progress. Okay, here is our role also, and the team also been announced the process and the flow when we want to present our micro-credential in every week or every 2 months. We have the flow chart. And I think the last is the positive momentum culture. Okay, this is the motivation that we must make in our team, harmonize and give some award and appreciation, recognition, such as just email and award from what we call the IP. Okay, I will show you what we have done. Okay, because this is the point that as a team leader we need to emphasize on this. Okay, we are doing this. Okay, I will see the chat later. Okay, and this is the new sharing session that I just got from our course, how we want to develop the business model generation. Okay, because we need to remember that micro-credential is we need to sell. It's different from MOOC. Okay, MOOC is a free module, but micro-credential, it's need to sell. Okay, and to get the income generation for the faculty. So we need to have the business-minded or entrepreneurship-minded in ourselves. And for me and for our team, it is very challenging phase. But Alhamdulillah, we still upskill, or we get the knowledge from everybody, from our supporter and from the outsource. And just last week, I have been appointed and elected to join the PROCEED, that is a professional certificate for entrepreneurship educator. And they told us how we want to develop or create new mindset, a new how to create business mindset or entrepreneur mindset for the new generation, okay, for our student. But we can implement it on the micro-credential part because it needs a business mind also. Okay, here are the proceed course that I need to attend with all the university in Malaysia, okay, government university in Malaysia. Okay, these are our model. When I include, I integrate the business model and education model. Okay, we hope and we found that it will come with the quality and innovative micro-credential. Okay, so this is not the best model, but for us, I think we achieve what we want using this model. Okay, the model of nursing micro-credential development. So for us, we need to develop first the educational model. What the model that you think that the best to develop this micro-credential model. So we select the EDI model. Okay, from the literature, it said that the EDI model is the one of the effective development of the module, online module, that will produce the effective of learning. Okay, so we take this model, and now because we have the we need to sell this micro-credential, we need to include the business model. So here we select the business model Canvas, Canvas PMC. Okay, and then we hope when we combine it, it will lead to marketable micro-credential module, engaging learning and invention that also include commercialization. Okay, but now still in first step, because we are not expert in the business line, but we are trying to with the help of our supporter. And maybe I will share this. The module developer need to have instructional framework which are well structured, filled with appropriate and innovative learning material, because this is a new module, new micro-credential method. Okay, in order to design and develop an effective and quality of the online course. Okay, so these are the educational model that we have choose. That's EDI model. I think for lecturers, it's not something new, okay, because we use it actually in our research and teaching. Okay, so I use this model because the special of this model, you can see that in every phase it have 5 phases, but in every phase it needs to evaluate in each phase. That is the special of this model, to make the product is quality. Okay, evaluate in each step. Okay, and from this model, okay, we came up with the flow chart, or these are the flow chart. Okay, here. Okay, these are phase 1, analysis phase, design, development, implementation. Okay, I will go detail in the next section. Okay, this just I want to show that how we draft our from the starting point. Okay, so this is the analysis phase. Okay, and this how we evaluate the in each phase. These are the evaluation part, and these are the outcome. Okay, in the second phase, where the product is storyboard. Okay, micro-credential module. In the third phase of development of the micro-credential of the module, the outcome is prototype. Okay, and the implementation phase, the outcome, we publish and we review the module. Okay, these are the draft of business model canvas. It's very good if you can plan it at during your development of the model, when you want to start the micro-credential development. Okay, because by using this business model canvas, okay, you can visualize. Actually, we have done it, but not in a proper model because we don't have the idea of business model canvas. But when I involve in this program, in this course, I make it clearly that this is a very good model that you can implement for next micro-credential. Okay, so from it's like a mind map, okay, the business mind map that you can visualize with your team, okay, the idea in a big picture. And this is not the final, okay, the final model. You need to have first version, second, third version, because we are keep updated our marketing strategy. Okay, and I just can show you the draft, what we are doing in our business model. Okay. Okay. So when we plan the micro-credential that the last target, we want to sell this module. So the first step, you must identify who is your participant or who is your customer that will buy your model. Okay, so our customer or our target population is nurses. Okay, health educator can use our micro-credential module. Student also. Okay, and also patient. Okay, because we want to develop nursing micro-credential module. Okay, so patient also can use. This is our target. We set the target first, customer segment, and then we go for value proportion. Okay, what are the intention of this population? Especially during this pandemic situation. So nurses will be interested to buy our model if it is accessible, easily accessible, using online module and affordable. Okay, so we don't want to make the cost very expensive, and flexible time, because nurses are very busy and nowadays they are quite restrict to go for any course. Okay, and of course our professional body nursing, our LJM also want to find that the online module that have this quality. Okay, and of course interesting and engagement. And for the patient, they want to have the module that use simple word. So we need to include all this value in our micro-credential module. This the plan we discuss with our team, show it, and just a brainstorm. And sometimes we also need to do do a little research and a survey to come up with this point. And then we look at the key resources. What the resources that we need if we want to do my micro-credential module. So we need a digital platform, okay, to make it accessible easily. And digital tool. The hard digital tools means we need to have a mini studio, okay, to take a video to deliver the content, and also we need to have the software. Okay, the digital tool means the software. This is the resources that we need. And also for us, we need to have the training session, or if we don't have time to have the training session, we need to have the technical team. Okay, for us, we choose both. We need to have the training session for the IT, for using all the software, and also we need the technical team to make the work and the process easier and faster. And then the key activities. So we recognize or we identify what the key activity involved in this development. First, we need to develop the module. And second, we need to do the marketing. Okay. And okay, the channel. The channel is where can we spread or where can we promote this micro-credential module. Also, we have first in mind when we want to develop the micro-credential. So the channel, we will use platform Open Learning because USM, we have subscribed this platform. And also in the medsos, okay, media social. And also nowadays we focus on webinar and also can develop from ebook. Okay, then we go for the cost structure. We also must calculate what is the cost it need to develop a micro-credential. Okay, for us, the cost involve the software. We need to buy the software. And for webinar and something, one more left is the platform. We need to subscribe the platform. Okay, so the key partner, as Prof. Karim said, we must identify earlier who is our key partner. Okay, we have two divisions. The internal key partner is our PPKT, those who are in the technical part, okay, technical team, internal USM. And external USM, we link with Nursing Board, Malaysian Nursing Association, okay, Nursing Board, okay. And industry, we also link with industry. And what are the customer relationship means what we want to make people or the target population attract to our module. Okay, so we need to have module with a discount rate in the specific time. And some of us have a dog gift in the module and also a certificate for apply for CPD. These are the attraction to those who to buy our module. Okay, then the progress. Okay, we also, as I said earlier, that we must the BMC, the business model canvas, need to update it or need to revise according to the phase. Okay, the startup is okay if you only have 2 or 3 points here, but you must improve and update based on what happened in that phase. And it can have first version, second version, and third version of BMC. Okay, for this session, I think not much because it's a theory, and I used to quote this when I present my progress at the first level, second level, at the earlier stage. I used to use this quote. Okay, it always seems impossible until it's done because we feel it. We who make this module, we feel it's impossible, but we quote this this wording to motivate us. Okay, it always seems impossible until it does. Okay, and don't worry. Okay, if you're having or you're facing this messy journey, this is a journey when developing a new module micro-credential. This is what we are experiencing, but it will be achieved or will come to a linear line when you are in a proper channel or in a good track or in a correct track with a good supporter and also a good plan at the earlier stage. And as Prof. Karim said, okay, let's collaborate, and what we have done, we make it in the team, and what we are now, okay, because of the teamwork. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. So these are the page. Okay, after this, we can look at the online nursing micro-credential. Okay, I stop here. Can I continue to next session or?
Just continue, Doctor.
Okay. Okay, so for the next session, okay, can, oh, sorry, share again. Okay. Okay, maybe I can go to our montage first. Okay, the montage of our nursing 7. Actually, Prof, 7 micro-credential module that has been published and have been sold. Yeah.
Not 5, 7, sorry.
Yeah, 5 is our KPI, but we managed to publish more than what have been expected in the KPI. Alhamdulillah. Okay.
Mahat Tahfiz Al-Quran Al-Muhammadi ditubuhkan pada tahun 2004 di Tangkak Johor.
Okay, boleh dengar ke?
Boleh
Okay
dengar.
tak?
Boleh.
Okay.
Ya.
Okay. Okay. Okay ni. These are our montage of 7 micro-credential module.
Selamat datang ke modul Micro-credential Kejururawatan USM. Micro berbentuk mini modul yang memfokuskan hanya satu teori atau kemahiran yang mengambil masa lebih kurang 1 jam. Credential merupakan satu pengiktirafan pembelajaran yang diberikan dalam bentuk rencana digital atau sijil digital. Micro-credential kami menggunakan platform open learning. Kami menawarkan pendidikan berterusan merentasi sempadan kampus hanya di hujung jari anda. Terdapat pelbagai modul yang sangat menarik yang kami sediakan untuk pilihan anda. Keistimewaan modul Micro-credential Kejururawatan dibangunkan oleh jururawat pakar bidang. Modul ini juga telah melalui proses penilaian oleh pakar bidang yang profesional. Kami juga menyediakan berbagai strategi pembelajaran yang menarik.
Dan salam sejahtera. Saya Nur Jasmani Hassan, pembangun modul prinsip teknik STRA. Apa yang akan saya
Informasi yang dikongsikan di dalam modul ini adalah berdasarkan kajian terkini yang telah dijalankan. Kami menggunakan platform yang menarik dengan menggunakan aplikasi pembelajaran interaktif yang terkini bagi mewujudkan pembelajaran yang efektif dan menyeronokkan, seperti aplikasi Powtoon, aplikasi Genially, aplikasi Lightboard.
Kesihatan digalakkan memberikan rawatan dan perawatan berdasarkan bukti kajian yang terbaik.
Dan rakaman kemahiran yang tersendiri.
Sebelum memasukkan nasopharyngeal airway, sapukan gel ataupun lakukan semburan di hujung tiup. Sila pastikan barrel nasopharyngeal airway menghala ke dinding hidung pesakit. Lakukan putaran semasa tiup dimasukkan.
Kami juga menyediakan interaktif kuis bagi memastikan objektif pembelajaran tercapai. Bagi memudahkan anda, kami juga menyediakan manual penggunaan modul sebagai rujukan. Berhubung terus dengan pembangun modul bagi sebarang pertanyaan.
Melalui email di bawah. Sekian daripada kami.
Terima kasih. Semoga berjumpa lagi.
Dengan ini, kami memperkenalkan 7 modul Micro-credential program kejurawatan. Suntikan intramuskular, penjagaan kaki diabetes, peralatan asas intubasi, jom cuci luka, penyusuan awal selepas kelahiran, prinsip teknik STRA di Dewan Bedah, penggunaan insulin merupakan versi pertama kami. Jom sertai kami.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so as we can see, there's a lot, the various of software that we use to develop our micro-credential. So we go to the or the experience in doing the micro-credential. Okay. Okay, these are our reference in our ebooks. We make the process of developing micro-credential into ebook. We write it into the ebook. Okay, and next, okay, maybe because this has been noted by Prof. Karim. So what is the micro-credential module? Okay. It's a micro topic. Okay, I just reinforce again. Okay. Okay, stand alone. Okay, freestanding, substantive, high value, very focused, and 1 to 4 hours. Okay, these are the components. Has been okay. The type of micro-credential module. Okay. Okay, there are 2 types of micro-credential module as a guideline of micro-credential and QA 2020. There is micro-credential from accredited program. And another one is standalone micro-credential. So we are in the same program, we choose the standalone micro-credential because we are in the professional body. We just want to make the module for CPD point, especially we focus to CPD point. Okay, so how to start? Okay, we use instructional model. Okay. And these are our model that I've been raised before this. And okay, so we go to the first step, the analysis phase. Okay. So what you have done, before we want to, in this phase, analysis phase, we need to survey. Okay, survey, the method is we start with survey, do a literature review. Okay, what is micro-credential? Are there any existing module online of nursing in Malaysia? We make a survey. And what is our project goal? Okay, the learning outcome on each module. What is the learning outcome? Because we don't want the bigger topic, only the specific topic within 1 to 4 hours. Okay. Then we choose also who want to develop the practical module or a theory module. Okay, for me, I choose the theory one, but my team, some of them choose the practical part, because for me, practical part it's really need a lot of time. Okay, and we also search our market and learning demand. Okay, is it true? Nursing need DCPD as example, and we also not detailed in survey of marketing strategy because we are not at that time. We're not really sure how we want to market. We only focus for develop, but the best method, the best plan, you need to focus also, have an idea also about how you will going to market your module. Okay, and characteristic of target user, okay, learning and other thing. Now we focus to the characteristic of target end user. Okay, here, and these are the outcome. Okay, in the first phase, the outcome is we want to establish the lesson plan and the milestone. Just a simple one, the simple part. I think this is the simple part because we also have our lesson plan. Okay, we already have, or if we want to develop one, it's very simple lesson plan because it's only a specific topic, and we identify what our strength and weakness. Okay, for us, we'll identify that we need a training. Okay, training and identify develop expertise. Okay, who will train us? Okay, who will be the technical part? Okay, duration of time, teaching and learning, assessment. Okay, who is our reviewer? What is the resources? Okay, from there we develop these are the outcome for first phase. Okay, then we also need in the first, because we use the ADDIE model, in each phase we need to evaluate our tasks. So in this first phase, the evaluation part is the outcome. Okay, this outcome needs to be reviewed by the internal team module developer. Okay, so here, okay, these are the first part. Okay, you can see here, I just reinforce again. Okay, I take one part and I share according to the part. Okay, so for the characteristic of the target and user, what we have done. Okay, we identify who is our primary target user. Okay, our primary target user, because our objective to produce the module that can be taken as a CPD point for nurses. Okay, so you focus on nurses in private sector, nurses in internal USM, nurses in government sectors. So in 2017, it said that it's about 106 nurses in Malaysia. So we target in Malaysia only. And our module are all in Malay at this first version. Okay, and we also take note about the point in CPD point. Okay, it will fall in A8 in the CPD point. Okay, then next, the guideline. Okay, then we go to existing module online. Okay, what we have done in terms of existing module online. Okay, then it look like we want to develop a research. Okay, for me, I think this like develop a thesis. Okay, because we need to search if there is other module have been developed in Malaysia, especially in nursing module. Okay, the problem statement, right? Because we want to sell this module, we want this module to be taken by the target population. So we must make sure, and also I need to present to the top management why we need to develop this micro-credential module, the standalone micro-credential module, but not the accredited one. So I must come up with the strong justification. So when I make a survey from the online. Okay, of course there is an online module. Okay, but it just static. Yeah, no interactive and not focus on nursing aspect. Okay, and also have certificate. We follow, also have certificate achievement. What the best we follow, what are not there, we come out and we add in our module. So when this is our justification why we need to develop a standalone nursing micro-credential module. So when we compare here, when we explore the existing module online nursing in Malaysia, okay, the current available online, we found that it's only have free continuous medical education, not nursing education. But what we want to develop, or what we want to produce, we want to produce the micro-credential module that will be charged but affordable, because in the online now in the online there is only free, so we cannot make it very costly. And what currently available, only health science, non-nursing. So our focus, our justification, we want to develop specifically on nursing. Okay, and however, some of them have certificate and some of them don't have any certificate, but we will give to our target population or target participant a certificate and a badges. And also the current, and we also want to do the assessment in the module, but our assessment is more interactive. Okay, because when we survey, we see we only can found that the online module, okay, the online module is only a PowerPoint presentation. Okay, but we want to develop the micro-credential module, which have the content is interactive and engaging, which include video, assessment, and interactive content. And we can say that it's in the internet or in the online current available module, it's only a one-way learning. But we want to produce, by doing micro-credential, a two-way learning. Okay, so these are some of the example that we make as our guideline from the overseas. Okay, there's a lot of micro-credential in the not in Malaysia. Okay, nursing micro-credential, nursing module. Okay, which use lightboard, video. Some of them are research and interactive research activity. So we follow this as our guideline or our benchmark. Okay, because we don't found in Malaysia, we need to take one example that we found it is the best module that we can use as our guideline. Okay, international module. Okay, these are some of the international module. These are more to theory. Okay, theory micro-credential, theory module. Okay, drag and drop activity. So we explore. We need maybe 1 to 3 months. We explore what we want to add in our micro-credential module. So we explore the international module, which have drag and drop activity, have video. Okay, and this was the first brainstorm when we want to develop a micro-credential module. Okay, these are the 19 module and 30 module developer. Okay, some of them in pairing. Some of the module developer want to do by only 1%, some are 2% or 3%. These are our brainstorm based on our nursing perspective and expertise. Okay, but however, we need to, as we mentioned, we need to be very clear the aim and achievement during 1 year, during the expected date that will be given by our top management. So we decide with our chairperson that we need to focus only to 5 to 7 module. We cannot focus in 90 module in a short time. Okay, so the other module we target for the next version. Okay, and then this is the first version that we publish. Okay. Okay, if you can see here, only 2 module that theory, that we can say that a theory-based module that is an only theory-based, but include also the practical, but not the major is not in practical content, but the other 5 is the practical content module. Okay, example asas penyusuan luka, injection, okay, practice aseptic technique, intubation, insulin, injection insulin for diabetic. Okay, but only these 2 are more to theoretical part. Okay, so the second target user. Okay, because we want to make it broad and we want to make the population or the participant broader than not focus only to the nurses. So we also must plan who is our target participant. So the knowledge transfer is also for healthcare provider, okay, for the teacher, educators, and also for community, okay, for the patient. And also we can use this micro-credential as our KPI. Okay, we can get IP copyright from the module. We can apply for multimedia material in our SKT, and we also can make this module as innovative teaching module. Okay, and also generate income. Okay, and generate income for our university as one of the KPI. Okay, so here we must make sure, and as a team leader, we distribute and we have a brainstorm with our team so that our team have the same vision with us, the same goal, and they are at least motivated to embark in this quite long journey for us. Okay, and then these are the IP copyright storyboard. Okay, these are the okay. Okay, the module also, because we modified the module, the AD module according to our comfort and our journey. So we also apply IP copyright for the module and also for the storyboard. Okay, and also for the module, the model, and they are the IP copyright that we can get from the storyboard. Okay. Okay, benefit to educators. Okay, in our Myra also, it can include under innovation. Okay, can IP that contributes to Myra for income generation, as I said earlier, potential for applying for grant or research, and networking through visibility. Okay, these are the example. Okay, another part is still in the analysis phase, because I think the analysis phase, we need more time to make the other part, the other phase more fluent. Okay, so the next is we go for training need. Okay, or identify the developer expertise. Okay, what we have done here. Okay, so we identify what we need in the training. Okay, the source of the video, the template, we need how to use the template of open learning. We need to learn about the software. Okay, and video and a lot of things we need to do. We need to know how to take a good video and good picture. These are the serial, okay, of training. we have 3 to 4 training with Prof. Karim and our CDA team that teaches how to develop and use the IT. Okay, and these are the creating and fine-tune content platform. We've been taught about how to use Genially. These are all the interactive software, Screencast-O-Matic, and Socrative and video making. Okay, we also invite one of the lecturer because we identify who are expert in that field, field that we are not expert. Okay, example here is Dr. Al, who are expert in terms of how to take a video, and he is a lecturer in faculty also in USM. So we invite also Dr. Al to teach us how to use the video with a proper and accurate shooting. Okay. And we also develop and make YouTube micro-credential, the making of nursing micro-credential module here. Okay, maybe I can share here what in this YouTube. Okay, this is a YouTube. Okay, the making of nursing micro-credential module. Actually, we want to make it as our journey from the first part until now, and as also as a reference to the second version of module developer in nursing program. Okay. Okay, here if you can see here, I put here all the supporter. Okay, because sometimes because for me and for our team it's quite a long journey, and it's also quite a hard time for us. Sometimes we need support. When I see my team coming down, the effort like coming down. Okay, because we have a lot of things to do. Okay, so I take the our deans and Prof. Karim, and also our expertise, okay, Dr. Al, to give a motivation to our team. Okay, and it works. Okay, Alhamdulillah, it's worked, and the team happy, and their motivation increase again. Okay. That's, I think, the role of team leader. When we see, and we also feel the stress, or we can see that it's like the burden, we must make it a positive situation. Okay, so this is the working in team beautifully, means we have a software how we want to develop the planning, okay, using the Microsoft team. Okay, I include also here as a reference for the next version, for the next generation of version. And here also I put here the journey, how we going for the studio and take the picture and editing with the help of our technician. I include all this as our stories and for reference also for the next generation. Sorry. Okay, here I asked my team, okay, who are expert in doing the software, to record their session, how they develop the Micro-credential module using the Genially, using the Powtoon. So the others will look at this video and do it by themselves. So it's make the person here is Nazira, who are expert in the Genially software, and here's Rosita, who are expert in Powtoon. So it makes the step by step are here and as a reference, and the team no need to disturb the module developer frequently. So we can just give the video for the module developer, the next generation, to see and just follow. Okay, this use the Canva software, and here the topic is to use screencast augmenting. Okay, for the next is the still analysis phase. Okay, what we do in this part, team coordinator and supporter. Okay, in this characteristic. Okay, so this is our USM Micro-credential team. Okay, we have you can see there are 4 parts. Okay, four division of Micro-credential team in USM. When we first embark in this module, we have our team. We call it as Micro-credential nursing team. We have Micro-credential community at a main campus in Penang that is led by our VC. So you can see this top-down supporter. Okay, and MC community in Health Campus. Okay, because we also have a camp in our campus in Kelantan. We also have community there under our Pengarah campus, and we also have developed a Micro-credential technical community. Okay, who help us in video making and editing. Okay, so here are our module developer from nursing program. Okay, these are the team. Okay, of course, Prof. Karim lead all this Micro-credential nursing, the director of CDE, and our deans, our chairperson, and I, and Puan Azlida is a coordinator for this Micro-credential. And these are our technical committee. Okay, we also develop technical community to help us, to guide us, especially in the IT. Okay, from CDE, our FESI. Okay, these are from PPKT who help us in editing and make our video more interesting and amazing. Okay, from MOOC team, the technique result. And UCAS, okay, UCAS will help us and guide us in video making and provide the studio, the mini studio for us. These are the Micro-credential community in the main campus that lead by VC that we need to present every month. Okay, every month the progress of each faculty who decided to develop a Micro-credential. Okay, the VC, CDE, the Dean of PTJ and academic, and we meet every month to see the progress. The top management will help us, and we tell them what are our challenges in proceed with the Micro-credential, and they help us a lot in terms of money, support, and emotional also. Okay, and we also develop a planner. Okay, to track the progress of our team. Okay, these are planner. We use the MT, Microsoft team that have each module here. Example, penyusuan awal kelahiran. What are the tasks for Nazira? Because she is the module developer. Okay, what if she have done this task, she will click here. So I and Puan Azlida, my assistant in Micro-credential, we just look on this chart or on this planner, who have done their part, who are in the which progress. So it's easier for us, okay, for me especially, and Puan Azlida. Okay, and here are our Gantt chart. Okay, that we need to present every month. Okay, Gantt chart provided. Oh, sorry, these are another thing, but we have a Gantt chart. Okay. Okay. Okay, then the other thing is, okay. Okay, outcome. Now we focus on the outcome established in analysis phase 1. That is the outcome is established lesson plan. Okay, after we have done a survey, we acquaint ourselves with the training. Okay, we come up with the lesson plan. Okay, the simple lesson plan. Okay, Malay version example. How much time we need to each module. Okay, what the reference, what is the learning strategy here. Okay, what is the other topic. Okay, and we also develop the milestone. Okay, milestone example in phase 1, we target to finish in which month. Okay, because we only be given 1 year to complete all the 5 module nursing micro-credential. So the progress, it looks like I just copy paste from the research, the style of research when we doing research, and I implement and edit it here. So it's really helped me. Okay, when we achieve, we just write achieve. We are not achieve, we put it under challenges, because in that time we cannot achieve because they are teaching learning session, they are vetting, they are accredited people come. Okay, so we need to put here, because it, for me, it's easier when I've been asked why still not achieved within the time target. Okay, then okay, here are the edit module. Okay, next. Okay, these are the timeline. Okay, the phase 1, it takes about 2 months. Okay, the phase 2, these are our timeline that we plan. Okay, storyboard. Actually, these are the progress that I present to VC. Okay. Okay, then the analysis phase, evaluation. Okay, now we talk about evaluation. What we have done in the analysis phase, what we have evaluated in this phase. So the evaluation. Okay, the lesson plan that have been developed will go to review team of module developer. Okay, and we sit together, all the module developer. This we call it as internal reviewer. Okay, we sit together and we review one by one all the 7 module, because we target for KPI is 5, but we target more 7 module. So we managed to review each module. Okay. And we'll also be given the quality assurance. Okay, we also follow the quality assurance. When to start? Okay, these are our regulation. Okay, then come to design phase. Okay, what we do? Okay, what we have done in the design phase. Okay, we need to document the teaching learning material. Okay, for the first phase is we just come up with the lesson plan. Okay, but the design phase, we need to have what we want to add it in the software or in the online learning or in the open learning platform. So here come we create the learning content, we create the assessment, we create the instructional strategy, and produce variety of idea. Okay, so here are the outcome is only one in design phase. We will come out with storyboard. Okay, storyboard of each module and will be reviewed by content expert. Content expert is in the USM. Okay, content expert in the field, in the same field of the module, and also will be reviewed by our technical committee. Is it possible to produce using this video, using this software? What are their suggestions? Okay. So these are the micro-credential module checklist that we also be given. Okay, then this is the outcome. Okay, our storyboard. Okay, storyboard of 7 module. Okay, these are the content of the storyboard. Okay, actually this is the storyboard means the content in form of hard copy that we want to design in the online module. Okay, so we create here in the landing page what we want to have, the video, okay, what type of video, who will develop this module, who is the what the duration, and what we want to add in this module. And we also need to draw, okay, how the video will, how the interactive part will be designed using the software. So we draw here. Okay, we draw here. We say that this needle need to move backward and forward, for example. Okay, we need to clear and state it here so that the technical part will help us and more clear to the technical team. And design phase also, we go to the outcome. Okay, the outcome is storyboard. These are the 7 storyboard that we have developed and we apply for IP. Straightforward. After we have developed the storyboard, okay, we have complete developed storyboard. Before we send for the reviewer to review this module, we also at the same time apply for IP, okay, for the maintain for the copyright, because we're also afraid the content will be spread, okay. But we hope it's not happen. But it's also will be point for us if we apply for IP. Okay, 2, 3 module, 4, okay, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, these are all the IP that we have applied. And the development phase. Okay, these are the 3rd phase of AD model. Okay, the storyboard to online platform. It's the method where we just transform the storyboard to online platform, that is open learning platform. Okay, so we in here we'll make the learning content design. Okay, design all the design. Okay, using the software instructional design. Okay, so the outcome is the prototype micro-credential module. And it needs to be reviewed by the content expert also and the technical committee. Okay, next. Okay, these are our technical team, as I mentioned earlier. Okay, that will review our online micro-credential module. Okay, then come to implementation phase. That is phase 4. The method here, we need to deliver and test the module, the prototype module. Okay, perform test for prototype. Okay, so the outcome is final prototype module. We need to go for evaluation. We call it as alpha testing. Alpha testing means we do the content expert, internal and external. We invite the external and external reviewer and a team of quality control. And we also use beta testing, that is a usability test to the participant, to the potential participant, that is our nurses. And these are the example of usability tests. Okay. And these are the example of external reviewer in term of content expert. Okay. Okay, in terms of feasibility. Okay. Okay, next. Then our next step is we present to nursing board. Okay, because we also need to have our partnership and be acknowledged by our nursing board because we are the professional body. Okay, they have proposed to nursing micro-credential this proposed nursing micro-credential to our nursing board at the earlier stage, okay, of our development. Okay, this and will be invited by them during accepted. When we propose, they are very impressed and accepted because this is a new learning method. Okay, and they invited us to present in nursing management meeting. That head nurse, they are the group of head nurse of all state in Malaysia. They are they do a meeting and they invite us. Okay, here we present on 21st September. We introduced to all the state matron in all the in each state. We introduced the micro-credential module, and then they invite us to review the new CPD guideline. Okay, the tentative. Okay. Okay. Okay, what else more? Okay. Okay, these are the code. Also, I put in my presentation at the beginning and at the middle of the progress. Okay, the impossible journey is the one you never begin. Okay, this is to motivate us. Okay, and when we also claim that we need to do the module in a rigorous process to get the quality, okay, of this module, and have a high content validity. We make sure that we have the module have high student engagement and acceptable by user and learner. That's why we implement or we modify or we adapt the ADDIE model because it suits all what we want. Okay, evaluation in each phase. Okay, then the module also must be according to the SMART goal. Okay, now I can share also how we do the marketing strategy. Okay, marketing phase. Okay, we have 7 modules. Okay, these are our price and the CPD. Okay, we have from 3 to 5 CPD points on each module. These are the module developer. These are the concept. They are using skill. 5 of the module are skill method and 2 are theory. Okay. This how we calculate the SLT. Okay. Maybe I can just show this. Not to be proud of. Okay, but within July to August, within 2 months, we have managed to solve about 3,000. Okay, because during this time, they have also barrier there, or challenges there, that we have improved our marketing strategy from this calculation. Okay, and also Alhamdulillah, one of the module have been nominated and been awarded as Innovation Award. Actually, I just tried because our module only reviewed by the internal, more to internal. So I just apply and for the Innovation Award. Okay, maybe I can share here. Okay. Okay, ada model here. Okay. Okay. Okay, Gold Award. Okay, Alhamdulillah, we won a Gold Award for the module during the International Putra Innovative Poster Competition. Okay, these are the
Istimewanya
the
dengan
slot. Okay, the slot that I need to present, and I also present what the special of this module.
menyertai modul ini, anda akan disediakan dengan sijil penyertaan bagi mereka yang perlu memohon mata CPD. Bukan itu sahaja, anda juga berpeluang membeli barangan penjagaan kaki diabetes dengan harga yang istimewa menggunakan voucher yang diberikan dalam modul ini.
Aktiviti pembelajaran dalam mock test ini terdiri daripada kajian kes pesakit.
Saya mendapat masalah di kaki, pagi saya pergi kutik kotak, barang lusuh ni.
Kuis interaktif yang menarik. Peserta dan pembangun modul boleh berinteraksi secara terus melalui ruang yang disediakan. Mock test ini memaparkan penyampaian yang menarik. Disediakan juga video tutorial yang interaktif dan mudah dipraktikkan. Mock test ini mempunyai pasaran yang luas melalui platform Open Learning. Dengan senarai langganan yang tinggi dalam tempoh 2 bulan pelancaran, terbukti produk ini mendapat sambutan yang tinggi. Oh, sorry. Okay, because the innovation, they need not also the new things, but how we commercialize the module. Okay, so when I present that this module have profit also, I think, and the IP have IP. I think that one or two of the point that this module have won the prize. Okay, Alhamdulillah for the achievement of my team. Okay, and now our promotion also we revise again our marketing strategy, and we start with the next marketing strategy as we do a webinar. Okay, this is our first webinar on 1st November. This is more focused to the nursing in USM. We create awareness what is micro-credential module, because not all, even in our university or in our nursing in USM, also not really alert what is the micro-credential and what is the benefit to them. And the next, in 10 January, okay, coming in this January, we collaborate with JKN, Jabatan Kesihatan Negeri, and nurses involved. Also, we do a second webinar. Okay, these are another our promotion or marketing strategy. And the next, the third webinar on the 19th January, this more focused to the nurses in the private sectors. So we divided in the three focus group. And then my code is different now. Okay, and I just alert to my team. Okay, someday you will look back on all the progress you made and be so glad that you didn't give up. Okay, because we are not only one want to give up, but of course, Alhamdulillah, with our great supporter, the dream come true. Okay. Okay, so we are invite all the UAE colleagues to collaborate with us. Maybe Prof. Karim will explain more in terms of the collaboration, if any question about this collaboration. Okay, if anyone have a problem, you can contact me anytime and Prof. Karim. Okay, and that's for all, I think. Maybe we open for question.
Okay. Okay, Alhamdulillah, thank you, Dr. Intan, for the inspiring talk. And now we come to the question and answer session. Okay, anyone who wish to ask a question, you may unmute your mic, introduce yourself and directly ask the question. But in the meantime, we also have like 8 questions asked from the chat box. Okay, anyone want to ask first?
Dr. Siti,
Yes, saya.
yeah, mungkin I can answer some of the questions in the chat box.
Chat box first, okay.
Some
Okay,
questions I have already answered.
Yes, correct.
Let me check the earlier one. So
Okay.
about yeah, from Tengku Faris. I don't know whether he's still here. Okay. Sorry to delay. One of the challenges is to create content that is cheap, beneficial, and of good technical quality. What is your opinion if some other platforms offer better option, cheaper price, better quality, profound clarity than our MC module for the same cost? Yeah, that is that's the reason why before during the planning stage, we have to be very clear of the type of program, micro-credential program that we want to develop, clear with the target group. We study is there a good or great demand out there by what type of learners, what type of target group that will really benefit from your micro-credential. So you can come up with something probably not already available in the market or in any online program, or so you define your own kind of strength and niche of micro-credential program that only IIUM can offer this, and it can offer high quality. But at the same time, I think there's nothing stopping you also to offer similar programs that's already available, but you can do it in your own style, put your own flavor, and present it in different ways, even more interesting compared to the existing program. Just like books, I like to read many books on the same topic, on the same subject. That is my way of learning new things. So I find that although it's the same subject matter, the same topic, but different authors will have their own way of presenting or writing, explaining the things. So I find maybe one book among 10 books, which is the best reference for that particular subject. So you can come up with similar programs that's already being offered by other platforms, by other providers, but you can make it special. You can offer a greater value, make it more compelling, more valuable, and people get a value for their investment, value for money, value for their time. So that's my answer to that. Okay. And question there from the Kufaris of the Intan, or this for the Intan. May I know what's the difference between business plan and business model canvas? So the Intan, you have to answer that.
Actually, itulah trap myself, Prof. Karim. Okay, actually, I just learned about my business model canvas. Okay, about business model plan. I'm not the right person to talk about the content, but what I have learned in the course that model BMC, okay, business model canvas only can it in a graphic method that you can see overall your business plan. If business plan only, it's look like a proposal, but business plan canvas, it's more interesting, more clear, because it's like a mind map. For me, I look in that perspective. But for business expertise, I don't know, Prof. Karim. Maybe Prof. Karim can answer.
No, I'm not going to help you there. I think it's okay, because I think the bottom line is micro-credential is basically in USM, we look at it as one of the many initiatives that can help us to generate income, to help the university, and also to make sure the program will be sustainable, because the investment to ensure sustainability of any online program is actually huge. Even MOOC, which we offer for free, there's a lot of investment. So that's why many of institutions who offer MOOC now is moving into some form of business model to generate income. So when I say business model here, I just use a term very broadly, as a way to figure out how we can generate income from the micro-credential, if income is one of your aim. Yeah? So I just make it simple without going in detail into the terminology and the definition. All right, let me go through if there are other questions which I have not addressed. Otherwise, I think Dr. Siti have invited you all to also unmute the microphone. I think that would be better so that we can have direct interaction. Yeah, I think Dr. Irna mentioned about the motivation behind it. Maybe some people are not motivated by money, and they don't want even talk about money. In fact, I'm one of the person who actually doesn't like to talk about money. But here we talk about micro-credential in terms of income generation, in terms of sustainability, and for income, financial sustainability for the university. So there is one of our initiative to help university, and at the same time to help the program as well in terms of the visibility, because you can really actually use micro-credential and any online program. If you do it right, you can give visibility to your program, you can give visibility to the institution, you can give visibility to the individual as well. So it's about visibility, positioning your program, about branding your program as well. So it's not all about money, and you still have a choice. If you don't want to make money from your micro-credential program, by all means, you can make it available for free. And that probably would help in terms of branding and so on. Okay. But Intan, kalau nampak apa persoalan that you can address, please do so.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this question has been answered, but we have a new question from. Okay, never mind. The question is, how did they manage the issue of consent from people in the videos, images, and etc., and copyright of material inside the module? And
that's easy.
One, never mind. I just answer first then.
Okay, that's easy. That's actually more on the operational nitty-gritty thing when we really developing the module. So this is what we usually do in our training and in our consultation with our staff in USM to guide them as to how they get the permission if they want to use copyrighted material in micro-credential. And since the micro-credential is meant to be, I mean, we sell the program, therefore it's very important that the content is original. But if you are using copyrighted material, and there's really a need for you to use that because that's the best material, but it's copyrighted, and therefore you have to take the steps the usual step to take to get the copyright permission and so on. But,
okay, maybe,
yeah.
Maybe I can add. For us who work in this micro-credential, we have a class with Prof. Karim. We have a class about copyright, okay, issue of copyright. And we learn a lot. What is Creative Commons? What is public domain? Because because the micro-credential we need to sell. Okay, so the issue of copyright is very serious. So when we take the picture or the video, I must make sure that my team also follow this rule. We have a consent form for the model to sign. Okay, the model of each model in the module. Okay, they need to sign when we take their video and picture. So we have a class. Okay, a first one session class about this issue.
Yeah, it's a half day or 1 day workshop just to learn about copyright. Okay, so I can see the question from Dr. Diana here. Yeah, maybe you can share the specific about the technical requirements that must be ready first before launching on MC. Oh yeah, you can find actually details of the technical requirement on our CDAE website, which I've shared a link on that page, where you will find all the resources, template, guidelines, videos, checklist, everything you can find. Maybe I can just paste the link again. Mana dia?
The YouTube link, Prof. Karim? The YouTube CDAE YouTube link. Right.
Okay, I paste lagi sekali. That link will take you straight to our page on CDAE website. That page actually like a one-stop center where we share everything. In USM, the spirit of sharing, though, we really truly share. We don't hide, we don't keep anything. We have the template, we have the guideline, we have the checklist, we have everything that you need to get a head start in your micro-credential. So including the technical requirement, everything's there. Yeah? On average, how much all this costs? How much? I have to scratch my head. It can, if you calculate the so-called the cost, if you do the cost recovery kind of exercise, then it may run to thousands. Yeah, depends on the length of the program, the size of the whole program. So if you calculate everything, can cost many thousands of ringgit to produce just one module. In terms of the man hours, in terms of the technical things like the studio, the hardwares, the softwares, everything, it's a lot. But as I mentioned somewhere in in some of the questions that I have answered in the chat box, anything of high quality, we need to put some good investment there in terms of money, in terms of the monetary, in terms of the commitment of man hours. So all that need to be counted as part of the cost analysis. And when we spread out the cost, when we put the price for each module, we will calculate in terms of how long to get to the break even, and then making some money for the university. So the normal process of doing the cost analysis.
Prof, maybe you can answer the question from Tengku Faris regarding the profit. May I know where the profit goes? Maybe you can share how USM manage the profit. Maybe Tengku Faris want to collaborate with us. We can share, Prof, about where the profit goes, how percent,
Well,
how much percent.
maybe the profit sharing. Maybe I don't have to disclose the details, but rest assured that in USM we compensate our course developers and also the PTJ handsomely, because we realized they have to put aside some time for them to develop the module. It actually sacrificed their time a lot, and kind of taking them away from doing all other things that really matters, and micro-credential for USM is also matters. So therefore we compensate for them in terms of the profit sharing, so everyone get a piece of the cake, so to speak. But when we do partnership like with Malaysian Pharmacy Society and and others, we have to negotiate. We have to sit down and negotiate with our partner. We look at how much they contribute in terms of the whole program, in terms of content development, expertise, their branding, and we negotiate and agree on the size of the cake that each will get. I try to make it simple there. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Prof.
Okay.
Okay, I think we are coming to the conclusion. Maybe Prof. Karim and Dr. Intan want to have a conclusive remarks for our webinar today.
Well, for me, I think it's very simple. I am a strong advocate of online learning as a whole, and micro-credential just another, to me, is another thing, a new thing, but to me is a real game changer. If you want to be part of the game changer, players in the game changer, I think it's a good time for you to be the pioneer in Malaysia. It's still I think it's still early days. So everyone who embark on micro-credential, I think would be the pioneers of micro-credential in Malaysia, and be a pioneer to me is something that we can be proud of. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Dr. Intan.
Okay, for me, okay, as I mentioned, okay, when we want to make some micro-credential that is new thing for us, especially our teams, what I told my team that's we perbetulkan our niat. Okay, kita nak buat apa? Okay, kalau macam we not memang money itu untuk generate income for our university, but kenapa kita buat? Okay, untuk program. Okay, untuk kita punya program, untuk kita punya komitmen. Okay, ini adalah tanggungjawab kita sebagai kita punya responsibility yang diamanahkan oleh top management. Jadi kalau kita flow that part dan cari supporter yang the strong supporter, bukan satu tapi ramai, tapi bagi kami bertuah lah kerana ada Prof. Karim. Memang bila kita tengah down, kita akan cari Prof. Karim, dan bila saya keluarkan quote macam tu tadi kan, it's made possible for us to ni, Prof. Karim akan masuk dalam WhatsApp kami, kami ada group WhatsApp, akan cakap, okay, let's make it happen. Okay, itu akan benda tu je Prof. Karim. Let it happen. Kalau kami cakap, oh susahnya kami ni, oh, banyak task, tiba-tiba keluar pula arahan daripada top management, okay ini KPI, oh kita dalam nak paper lagi kan, oh practical lagi nursing ni, tapi Prof. Karim kata, okay make it happen, and that's one of the point lah, kita kena cari a good supporter, dan bila ada tempat nak luah tu memang Prof. Karim lah menjadi mangsa kami. Okay, itu je lah daripada saya. Okay, thank you everyone.
Okay,
My pleasure.
thank you. Alhamdulillah. Okay, thank you for all the question, and I believe that we have a fruitful discussion on the micro-credential model development today. However, every beginning has an end. On behalf of the organizing committee, Dr. Maizura and Dr. Dr. Nur El-Huda from Kuliah of Medicine, Brother Akmal and Dr. Siti Mariam from Kuliah of Nursing. I would like to thank Prof. Abdul Karim and Dr. Intan and all participants for spending your valuable time participating in this webinar. We also apologize for any shortcomings during the session. We inshallah are looking forward for more collaboration with a USM Micro-credential unit inshallah later. Okay, before we end, can we have a quick photo session? Appreciate if all participants can turn on the camera.
That's the hardest part, to turn on the camera.
Hi. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Dr. Irna is driving. Dia kena parking tepi dulu.
Okay, we wait for 5 seconds. Okay, please don't make any comment in the chat box, yeah. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, another page. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 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 Thank you, everyone. Alhamdulillah, it's a wrap. Thank you for joining and have a nice day ahead. We close our webinar with Tasbih Kafarah and Surah Al-As. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Thank you, Prof. Thank you, Dr. Intan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Have a great weekend,
Thank you
everyone.
semua.
Waalaikumsalam.
Dan earlier sebenarnya we join. Thank you, Prof. Dengan Dr. Intan semua.
Okay, saya dah remove semua.
Oh, Dr. Siti dah remove. Siti dah remove.
Macam jalan tangan keluar je. Tak.
Okay.
Okay, Alhamdulillah. Finish already.
Alhamdulillah. Yeay.
Thank you semua.
Oh, so sebelum ni kan, saya ingatkan tak boleh banyak
Sekejap,
on the sheet.
saya nak ni keluarkan record je. Sorry, kejap.